It's like dreaming. You need dreams. And I think that's what art is. It's a kind of, it has this function in society that if a certain amount of people do it, then it helps digest things.
For nearly 3 decades, British artist Cornelia Parker has captured the attention of the international art world.
She takes very ordinary things, objects from daily life. She reconfigures them in these really quite strange and haunting and surprising ways. She's always asking questions about the world, the way we see things.
The largest ever presentation of Cornelia Parker's work is currently being stalled at Sydney's Museum of Contemporary Art.
Well, this is earth that's laid underneath the Leaning Tower of Pisa for over 1,000 years until it was extracted by engineers to try and right the Leaning Tower. This earth, its removal, has saved the Leaning Tower of Pisa from falling.
So this is actually 1,000-year-old dirt?
That's right. This is something that's very humble material that would have normally been thrown away, but I quite like the idea of it becoming slightly deified, that it's got this presence in a room.
The elaborate works take several weeks to install.
There's probably about 7,800 pieces of earth in this particular work. That's our estimate at the moment, so probably 3,000 or 4,000 wires, every one individually threaded.
And an exhibition of this scale comes with other unexpected challenges.
Well, yes, we had to get a gun licence to show some of these works, which I find quite funny, actually, because they're completely unusable. I mean, one of these firearms is chopped up into chunks like a sausage roll. Another one has been rendered down in acid, so it looks like, a row of metal filings. It's completely useless.
Growing up in the countryside of Cheshire, England, Parker had a tough childhood.
A bullying father and a schizophrenic mother, and a father who didn't allow me to play. I worked all the way through my childhood doing, mucking out pigs and milking cows and doing all that stuff. But it was just the idea of not being allowed to play, or if I was playing, I'd have to sneak off and do it, that I think the idea of going to art school just seemed so attractive because it felt like you were just playing. So that's why I ended up being an artist, I think.
One of Parker's most famous works is Cold Dark Matter from 1991, where she convinced the British Army to blow up a garden shed.
They were surprisingly keen. But when they got there, they blew up all kinds of things for us, just to show what they could do. So I think they just didn't need much excuse for blowing things up at the time.
What message were you trying to convey through that work?
At the time I made that piece, we were having IRA bombs going off in London, and I wanted to make almost like a diagram of it. So it was a way of trying to understand the forces behind something.
Parker's more recent piece, War Room, is created from the discarded rolls of red paper used to make remembrance poppies.
So in this room, I think there's something like 300,000 holes, and there's many more lives lost than that. Yeah. But when you think of that, that's quite sobering. Just love this material because it sort of felt more resonant somehow. It was about absence rather than presence.
In 2017, Parker was invited to be the UK's official election artist. Her job was to document the campaign from an artistic point of view.
I just was so fed up with, Brexit, with Trump, with all the political things that were happening. And I thought, well, either I say no to this and I just kind of steam at home, or I engage and see if I can flush the demons out for myself.
One of her pieces involved flying a drone around the House of Commons and creating a mess of daily British newspapers. What was the reaction to that?
I think it was well received. I think by cross-party MPs, I think they just were wanting a bit of a relief from their suffering.
At age 63, Parker continues to be driven by curiosity. It's a very inexplicable world we live in at the moment, and I'm always trying to understand it in some kind of way. And I suppose that's what I've been doing with my work recently.
is trying to unpick something that's a bit too hard to swallow.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.